Ivy's here. To my subscribers, I love you guys. Thank you all for the love and support. I really, truly appreciate it. Now, I know some of you guys may have seen my skit with the me taking a cab. Yeah, that was totally based on a true story. Let's get into it. I wanted to get my hair done Saturday. I called the hair shop, the specific hair shop that I always go to. Kept giving me the runaround. Oh yeah, you can come at this time. I call right before the time. Oh yeah, no, that person's not here. You can come back another time. Sis. So you know what? I looked at other locations to get my hair done. I wasn't gonna wait for y'all. Nah. So I go and call different shops. I found one shop that's like right up the street from my house, but I didn't know the exact location. So I called the shop and she's like, oh yeah, we're up the street. We're next to this place or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go and I walk to the shop. Once I get to the shop, mind you, on the phone, I said, oh, well, is it okay if I come today? Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine. You can actually come now because I'm on my last client, so that's not a problem. Okay, cool. I go and I walk to the shop. I get to the shop, a young lady answers the door, and she goes, oh, yeah. I asked her, are you ready for me? Oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing that right now. You can come back at 5 though, and I could totally do it for you. Why? Why would you want me to come back at 5 when clearly on the phone you told me to come now that you was on your last client, but all of a sudden, boom, you need me to come at 5. Why is that? I'm just saying, ma'am, you can come at 5. So instead of letting my anger get the best of me, I said, okay. I leave. I come back home. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm upset. Like, are you seriously? Like, who does that? People are testing. People are so testy. Like, you clearly told me to come now. I get there and then you're going to tell me to walk back over there at 5 o'clock? Like, I don't be walking the streets like that. What's wrong with you? Like, what is... So, okay. I get home. You know, I'm pacing the back and forth and stuff. I get on the phone because I'm like, you know what? Something's telling me to call this lady back. And I'm not going to get rude or nasty. I'm just going to tell her that's rude. You don't do that to clients and customers or whatever the case may be. I get on the phone and I call. She answers the phone. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, you didn't come here. This is not the shop that you came to because I'm actually at the door waiting for you. So no. I'm like, wait, what shop did I go to? You said it was up the street. I went to a shop up the street. She was like, oh, you must have went to the shop up the street for me. So I'm like, okay, wow, hers is further down. Let me call a cab. No problem. I'm like, okay, cool. Can you wait for me? She's like, sure, baby. I could definitely wait for you. I'm like, yes. Okay, so I call the cab. I called the cab to take me to the shop. The cab gets here within 5-10 minutes. I get in the cab and she's like, yes, mommy. How can I help you? Where you want to go? I'm like, okay, this is the address such and such. Here, you can put the address in my phone. I put the address in her phone. We take off from my house. We pull up to the traffic light. We drive by 2 houses and she stops. And I'm like, this the location, mommy? She's like, yeah, this is the location, mommy. This is the location you put in my phone. And I'm looking like, I look at the shop. I'm like, oh, that's the shop. I look directly across the street. It's right across the street from the shop that I literally walked to the first time. So that meant that I walked right there and then walk right back home to catch a cab 2 feet to the Listen, Linda, that was the most embarrassing moment I've experienced in a long time. Like, if I wasn't frustrated and like seriously upset, I probably would have looked across the street and noticed, oh, there's another shop right there. Maybe that's the shop. But no. Moral of the story, just pay attention. Just pay attention.